So we have a bit of a situation here. We're low on fuel and we don't know where the next town is because there's no cell service.
Today is Saturday morning, so today we're gonna take the ferry from the North Island to the South Island and start checking out the South Island.
What's your family names? Do you have an LPG cylinder on board? This is your tickets.
I'm really excited about this. We are waiting in line at the ferry terminal to cross from the North Island to the South Island right now. Ooh, it looks like we get an outside spot. This ferry crossing is unique in the world as it crosses the open ocean between the New Zealand islands. Because of this, depending on weather, this crossing can encounter very rough water at times. South Island. After arriving on the South Island and a pit stop for fresh strawberry ice cream, we headed to Rock Ferry Winery for a tasting and some early dinner. After the winery, we headed to the Cable Bay Lookout. This was our first experience with the landscape of an estuary, where depending on the tides, the area can be a water-filled bay or expansive mudflats. The views from the lookout here are breathtaking, and the local sheep are cautiously friendly. We ended the night camping out at Hawks Lookout, where we had an incredible view of the stars.
Good morning, guys. Today is our second-ish day on the South Island. Today we will be driving the north part of the South Island. We stayed at Hawks Lookout last night and we had an epic view of the stars and a really cool freedom camping point. So usually at night we leave our flip-flops sitting outside the van door just so, we kind of keep the interior of the van clean. This morning I found mine flipped over and I couldn't figure out why. And it turns out our campsite had a bunch of wika birds running around looking for food, and our van neighbor told us that the birds flipped over my flip-flops. Van life rule number 72, don't forget to close your back windows. We just stopped for a quick breakfast. I got myself a nice cappuccino, and Lauren got a long black, and we got some pies. What's that one? Bacon, egg, and cheese or something? It's like a breakfast pie. And this one's curry beef. Lauren tries everything first, because that's what she does.
Actually, that's the curry beef. Let me try that one again.
So we just hit a dirt road, so we gotta close the window to keep the dust out. Otherwise, we're gonna have a dusty van on the inside.
Wharariki Beach is located near the northernmost point of the South Island, where its geography lends it to an abundance of wind, but it provides views of the iconic Archway Islands, images of which you may have seen on your desktop wallpaper.
Cape Farewell was so named in 1770 by British Captain James Cook, as it was his last sight of land as they headed home from New Zealand. The 2 to 3 hour cliff-top walk provides incredible views of the Tasman Sea, as well as some primal landscapes. This night, we found freedom camping grounds at Maruia Falls. These falls are quite young, as they were created by a 1929 earthquake that forced the river to change its route. This was also our first experience with the vicious sandflies of the South Island. Beware, as their tiny bites are painful and persistent. We've been driving for a while. We're on our way down to like more of the south part of the South Island. There's a bunch of things down there we do want to see. So it's a little bit of driving, a lot of it of driving, but that's what we're doing now. So far, we've been freedom camping every night. I definitely like freedom camping better than going to like a paid campsite. What do you think, Arjun?
Yeah, you can get in and out whenever you want. You don't have to deal with check-in or anything like that. And even like at a paid campsite, you're crammed into parking spaces essentially with a bunch of other camper vans. At freedom camping, everyone kind of has their own space. And even if there's a bunch of vans there, like everyone's not on top of each other. So that's kind of nice.
Anyway, we're still driving. We have a lot of driving, and then hopefully we get to some cool stuff.
Hokitika Gorge has a short loop that features the blue-green water of the Hokitika River, as well as some swing bridges. This walk is short, but well worth it.
So we have a bit of a situation here. We're low on fuel, and we don't know where the next town is because there's no cell service. So what we did was we stopped at a random motel that we saw and asked the owner. The owner told us that the next gas station is about 90 kilometers away. So we could turn back and go back to the previous town, which is probably 20, 30 kilometers back, maybe 20 kilometers back, or we could forge ahead. We've done about 300 kilometers on the tank so far, so a little less than 3/4 of the tank. We got 300 kilometers. Meaning we should have over 100 kilometers left on it. meaning we should make it to the next gas station on fumes. So we're gonna go for it. Good idea, bad idea?
Keep watching to find out.
There you go. Alright, update, just doing the math. The town of Hast is 67 k's away and we still have more than a quarter tank. So, guessing we're gonna make it. We're also gonna stop and see some penguins.
Let's go.
So the hike to see the penguins, which we may or may not see, we thought was going to be about 15 minutes. Turns out it's more like 45 minutes one way. So we're trying to hurry to beat the sun so we can make it and maybe see something. We made it to the beach in good time. You can see it's still light out, but unfortunately no penguins. I think you have to get lucky to find penguins here. Depends on the time of day and the season. There are sandflies everywhere. They're getting me. I'm getting bit. I had to land the drone. I had to stop taking pictures. We gotta get out of here. We got a couple shots. We didn't see any penguins, but oh my god, so many sandflies. All right, we made it back to the car. Focus. So we're gonna kind of vlog by, wow, that doesn't work at all. We are still on our way. It looks like we're gonna make it based on the number of miles we've done. Let's see what happens.
And we got gas. We made it. So we made it to the one gas station, and it says if you need any gas to stop here because there's not another one for another 88 kilometers.
We made it to the gas station. We filled up our gas. We had to use this after hours terminal because no one's here obviously. But we have gas. We made it. Woohoo!